always just that active when defending. I think it's like.
Hey, people, deluded, I'm back again. Good morning to everyone whose team got 3 points. Yes, people, I'm loving it. Let's hope Liverpool don't rain on our parade on Wednesday. On a serious note, good morning to you, like Arsenal fan or not. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, good night. First things first, while we're here to talk football, football is probably not the most important thing in my life, but one of the most important things in my life, and I'm sure you lot too. First, one thing more important in life is health. So I hope everybody's doing well and safe. I hope everyone's health, is good or gets better or just gets better, because that's the right thing to do, in it, really and truly. Hope everyone's had a fantastic weekend off the back of a great week last week, and you're all ready to attack this week in relation to whatever is happening with your goals, hopes, dreams, ambitions, and aspirations. Appreciative to you lot across YouTube and Twitch who support me already. Please smash the like button, set your reminders as well on Twitch, because we just come off a Twitch stream where, I can't lie, we did our tactical review of Arsenal that will be re-uploaded onto YouTube 3 p.m. That's also going to be on Twitch. Uncle Graham, AFTV regular, we're going to talk. I'm going to ask his opinions on the Watford game first and foremost. I didn't do that. Obviously, Leicester, top 4 hopes, Lacazette, new deal, any talking points you lot come with, it's always a great one. That's going to be at 3 p.m. on Twitch. After that, at 4:30, I'll be playing Football Manager. And after that, 7:30, I'm going to do a watch along. Again, these are all on Twitch for Crystal Palace, Manchester City. So hopefully you lot could all join me on that one. As I said, I hope everyone's doing well and safe. Obviously, we could go over the game again, people. Would you lot want to know any talking points, etc.? Get them all in, people. One thing I do want to do, though, before we carry on, again, pin that to the live chat. I want to ask you lot for your man of the match yesterday, really. Man of the match. Obviously, for me, I give it Partey, but then Odegaard as well. I'd give it Partey because for me, it's easier for me to give it to Odegaard because that's the sort of football I like to see. He stole the show. Listen, we're Arsenal fans. We love all this cute football, but Partey scored. His shooting's getting better. He clipped it just wide against Watford. He hit the post this time. He scored his header. He looks very at home in that 6th position as well, getting better game in, game out. And we're going to need you midweek. Well, at the Emirates again, same procedure. Hit the like button, people. There's 28 likes. You lot are not rating. So, yeah, Odegaard, Partey, let me make this poll. Add a couple options. Reaching a bit, but again, without Ramsdale saves, maybe it doesn't matter how good Odegaard played or Partey. There's that. Maybe Ben White deserves a hail up as well. I can't like watching the game again. I have to say, Tini and Martinelli played a lot better than I gave credit for initially, people. And that first half was superb, man, in my opinion. The first 20, we did everything right. We've been conceding in the first 10 minutes in the last few games. We scored. We didn't let them out their half. The fans were wavy, etc. I do think that to go to the next level once again, kill the game, because we scored a goal either half. Based on the way we're playing, we could have wrapped it a bit better than that, man. So, yeah, get your opinions in, etc., etc. Ethan, shout to you. Big up, DG. Hit the like button, everyone. Appreciate that. Hey, Joshua better yet. I appreciate that. My guy, it's been a while. Kelson, appreciate you're back here, innit? Josh. Ross, again, you was on Twitch as well. Come on, Ross, man. That's some serious support. I appreciate that. DG, your show is amazing. Intellectual in your analysis on players in the games is spot on. Shout from Nigeria. So fucking nice, man, on a Monday morning. All the way from Nigeria and that. You lot stop cutting onions, man. I appreciate that, man. Big up Nigeria, same way and everywhere. In fact, shout the whole Africa fundamentally. But yeah, shout the Flygerians and that, Super Eagles and that. I appreciate that, really, my guy. And it's only that because of you lot, the supporters group, the fan base, the platforms, the followers and subscribers you have is a reflection of you lot. If I was on foolishness, we'd have a bunch of fools here, innit? I'm not on foolishness, and neither are you lot. We have a laugh, we have a joke and things, but we like to talk football. Daniel, shout out to you. Morning, DG. I don't think we should be afraid to call a player world class yet, even at 23, or there's not amazing longevity just yet. What I saw from Martin was of the highest quality. Listen, don't get me wrong. Martin Odegaard, I said it on Twitter. Man said Twitter, Twitch. I think he has world-class potential. I think he's going in the right direction. I think he's got that. I think he could be as good as he wants to be, or you wouldn't be bought by Real Madrid at 16 and them things. And I feel he's using Arsenal, which, we're trying to rebuild the club. He's rebuilding himself, man. We live in a day and age. You're seen as, I think it's quite wrong how you play. You're just a talented young player. You're a wonder kid. Expectations are placed on you. He's got the whole weight of a nation on him. 16 years of age, didn't really work out at Real Madrid for a variety of reasons. Seen as tarnished, damaged goods at 23. People are looking like, what's going on there with it? Now history's been rewritten. I'm not gonna lie to you. World class is he's got. Listen, I'm saying the same thing, so I'm sounding like a broken record. Mercurial talent, a magician. Fleet of foot. Eyes in the back of his head, eyes upon eyes on the back of his head, the knocks around the corners, the passing range, the playing in tight spaces, the dummies, the 1-2s, he knows where his teammates are going to be. He knows where they don't even know they need to be. Last shown with that reverse pass to Saka, the reverse passes, the pressing, the leadership, the age he's at, the price he's bought for, he's getting better and better. We knew he had ability. He's now showing that and more. Long way to go before he's world class, though. You got to do it for years. You got to do it at the highest level. You can only play what's in front of you. We're not playing at the highest level. We're playing the biggest opponents. I think he done well against Spurs, done well against City a couple of years ago. I'm sure he done well against Chelsea as well. So he played good in the big games, but this needs to become the normal. He needs to do it to the stage where man are not wowed by this. Man are not wild. There's certain players, man, are not wowed by things because they do it all the time. He's got all the potential, but the word world class is I always say it's thrown around way too easily, way too often, and respectfully, I don't think he's world class yet. He's moving there, I feel even the Ozil comparisons, I see why they're there. I like them, I welcome it, but he's not there yet. Ozil at 23 was better than him. Respectfully, so he's got a long way to go. And this ain't a criticism. He's doing the right things, and he has world class of potential and talent and things. But actual world class footballer, I don't think so yet. As I always say, that ban that is thrown around way too often. And respectfully, you're doing it again. If I'm being a devil's advocate, we're doing it against a Leicester team that's played 2 games in a short space of time and an injury hit. That's nothing to do with Odegaard. That's just, we got to keep a bit of balance. He's got all the potential in the world to steal for 30 million quid. Even if it goes wrong, I said it then. I was very happy with Odegaard signing, and he's given us Odegaard. Some of us bought our Odegaard stocks when they were low. We told you, look, I'm not selling them because we can still go up many levels. We're going clear. One thing I liked about last summer is, obviously, we've seen our football club. It's weird because we've seen our football club spend big money and get big players. We've also seen our club spend big money and flunk it. We've also bought cheaply at times in the grand scheme of things. 30 million for Ramsdale, 30 odd million for Odegaard, 16 for Tomiyasu. These are things, even Tavares' fee, these are fees where I liked it because if they went wrong, not that I'm advocating that, you can make your peas back. Definitely, if Ramsdale was to fall off a cliff tomorrow, we're going to get our 30 million quid back, aren't we? So I did feel it was a steal. I did think there is potential. I do think there's room to grow. I like the fact that we've bought correctly now, and you can see, is it any coincidence? It looks like there's more of a plan what we're doing with certain players or collectively. So players look more at home. Partey's not doing a 6-ting one day, then he's box to box this week and whatever. There's a plan. For Xhaka as well. I don't think it's a long-term thing, but that more advanced sort of 6 role, they look more at home. Smack the like button. Odegaard, I still think we need a 9 for him. I still think we need a bit more for him to play. I don't really like him peeling off to certain sides, but we're seeing Odegaard. It looks like he's becoming an 8.5 in the game with Xhaka while Partey's in the 6. They're looking a bit better there. So it looks, our back 5, we're getting more clean sheets. We've got 12 clean sheets now, We should have 15 because I feel the last 3 games prior we should have got that. We're playing the same players. There looks like more clarity. We're buying man with a plan. Things are happening, building blocks. And Rome, I always say Rome wasn't built in a day, but on the building site, I need to see some scaffolding. And man, seeing scaffolding, I'm seeing the building look together. I'm seeing the with me, like, let's not waste this because we've kind of been here before. Potential is just potential. What you do, like Partey, he's a ticking time bomb in the sense of he's not old, but he's a player that's here for the present. So when you got him, the Xhakas and things, this is why I'm more happy to see clarity over them. When they're inconsistent, Cedric, you forget he's at the club. That's the issue, because what these guys do sets up the guys for the future. There's a lot more to come from Odegaard as we get better, as he starts to get more comfortable, as he starts to improve and understand things technically. I think I've said, I said it before. I think Odegaard can become the guy who runs this team, and he's becoming that. I see at some point with Odegaard's progression and transition, maybe I'm jumping a few years ahead, people, but he'll become our David Silva. And again, just look at the example, not necessarily the name. Long way to go if we can be mentioned with them, man. But remember, Silva he was not that Odegaard was. He has played out wide. He was a winger. He was more further forward. As things went on, he went backwards. I see no reason why Odegaard can't be that option as an 8. And you might kind of rob him a bit individually of what he can do, the link-up play in the final third, but what he could give the team in terms of creativity and dominating the game. Odegaard's been lit for a while. It's only in the last few games certain men are seeing it, really. They called him Margagard, which I did as well. You know, they said he weren't down for the Prem, which I didn't say. You know, they weren't happy with him. Oh, he should have grabbed Maddison, which I would have been happy with Maddison. Odegaard's a baller, and crucially, you can see what Arteta's doing. You can see, for me, why Arteta's playing the long game with him. It's looked like there's a plan, not just for him, several players, really and truly. So, long may it continue, really, if I'm honest with you. Keep the opinions for man of the match coming. Man are saying Partey nudges it looking back. Yeah, man, I feel the first half, Odegaard was something different, and well, we're denying Ozil. I mean, not Ozil. I'm even doing it now. Odegaard, some wavy assists, some real wavy assists, like some wavy business. But I just feel Partey. I feel the second half kind of nudged it for Odegaard. He just was doing the madman thing. I feel Partey. He looked, not that Odegaard weren't on it from the start, but Partey looked like, yeah, I'm doing my thing today. Still, I'm cooking today. Like I'm doing something today. So I don't know, man. I just feel my bias, and as an Arsenal fan, we're always going to be biased to the more beautiful elements of football, which Partey isn't potentially that. So I'd probably lean towards Partey, but I'm happy to do this, man. You know, there's no reason why Odegaard can't be. I'm not saying he is there, but if he was talking top 5 Premier League signings of the season, he's definitely there. Probably Ramsdale as well, and forget all of that. Isolated to Arsenal, but hey, who is the signing of the season? Because every month is right now, it's probably Odegaard. If you ask pair people. There was a time going back, and he's young, and that people were saying, look, not Tavares, sorry, he might have, but that's forcing it. Tomiyasu had his little time. Ramsdale's got his little time, and it's lovely to see for the first time in a while, we've actually bought players where you can bloody see them getting better. You want to see them, you can see what they're tying into, and credit to the club. You know, when you plan, things happen. Now, the start of the season, we were terrible. You know, we were bottom at a point, blah, blah, blah. We still ain't achieved nothing yet until May, but you know, when you've got a plan, when things aren't going well, it's like in life, you know, I sit here all the time and I wonder, what am I doing here? Like, what am I doing here? What's the end goal? You lose sight, but it's important to remember what the end goal is. And I have to give credit to everybody internally, rightly or wrongly. They did poor planning, but to some degree, but they kept faith. And we're seeing what we're seeing now, isn't it? If we was messing about, things wouldn't come to light, really. So long may it continue, really. And for me, I just like the togetherness. There's things to believe in. There's things to get excited about. We look like a flipping football team. There's some basic competencies now. We're improving our game management. I'm just happy to just be in the top 4 race. I don't just want to compete, but we're in March. We're coming up to April, so we're still in the talk. This is normally done before November. So we're doing all right. You don't get no medals for being in the talk and things like that. Yeah, man, it is what it is. We are winning games because the whole team is playing well. Martin plays a part, but when we underperform, he gets minimal criticism. There's fan bias, which is fine, but we're going OTT. That world-class shout for me is definitely OTT, but I disagree with the comment about minimal criticisms for Odegaard. He's definitely got it, but the thing is, fans lack balance, bro. They get onto a man, then they lavish praise. There's no balance, you know. And even in the last few games, there's things we could do better and whatnot. Deluded, looking younger every day. Terrible, doing some magic. Trust still got the veins there, but yeah, man, it is what it is. I get used to this. Liverpool, allow us, man. This is good, man. Just let us get a little result against you, man. Just humble draw, come Liverpool, man. Score, draw thing. We focus on Villa. I don't know who you lot got next. Don't rain on our parade, man. You can't stop the rain. Vote Partey, just been loving his consistency over the last few games. Partey, they said Partey was finished. They said Uncle Partey was finished. Now, that Babu saying he likes the lifestyle of London. He's in the raves. He went Afro Nation. He's gone this brunch, that brunch. No one gives a crap. They said Lacazette just keep smoking shisha. No one gives a flying monkeys when you're playing well with it. Football is funny. Partey is now putting the performances we've been waiting for, consistently, and thank God injury free. Again, great point. When you're injury free, when you've got a plan, these are things that, and you got your confidence. Ever since Partey rated himself a 4 out of 10. Projection. Even when Saka made that tweet, I'm sorry, Arsenal fans, for Saka. Obviously the icy free tick. Stand up if you hate Tottenham. It's early, my life. Obviously, man, you get me. That's my standing up. But man, shout the Nigerians, man. Arteta protects the squad from any outside pressure, and it shows how much the team enjoy playing. And I mean, this is what I like. They're enjoying their jobs. There's a hunger now. And one thing I like is these players, obviously, fans, the club, it comes first and foremost. But the majority of these players, they've got a point to prove to themselves. Some of you ain't played Champions League football. Some of you, obviously, you're getting a name in football. But if we look at it on a harsh thing, some of you are nobodies. Like, what have you achieved? What have you done? Since Arteta's come in. So there's that. Arteta wants to prove his name in managerial stuff. He's got potential. He's got things he wants to do. The players as well. Odegaard, remind man what you're on. Saka, Smith Rowe, Martinelli, bro, you got an opportunity to come from the academy and do your thing. Well, you know what I mean with Martinelli, but Smith Rowe and Saka and the rest, etc. People, there's a lot of unproven players and all them sort of things there. So there is that, and you only do that if you ride for the manager, really. And that comes down to, they said Arteta's got poor man management skills, which it looked like. They said he doesn't like creativity because he rubbed out Ozil. What is it now? Crazy, man. Morning, Charlie. Has anyone seen how consistent Cedric has been? It's been refreshingly brilliant. He's been decent in the last 4 or 5 games. Little bits and pieces that leave you for concerns. Even yesterday, if I'm honest with you, he wasn't bad. But, you don't look off. There was a couple of times, like even a devilish ball came in. He put it in behind. He read the game quite well and he weren't terrible. But I just think too many players fancy it against Cedric. And Cedric, at times, he's not looking over his shoulder. I think Barnes fancied it against him. He's taking him down the wings. He's out muscling him. He's playing it short. They're punching it in behind. They're knocking 1-2s. Cedric's doing his thing, and it is what it is. But I'm not going to cap. The sooner Tomiyasu is fit, the better. Watching the game again, brother, the first 20 minutes for me was great. To get to the Liverpools and Cities, I think we need to learn to kill off teams like Leicester were there for the taking in the first 20. The left-hand side in particular, that first 20, watching the game again, Martinelli and Tierney, devilish. The goals come from Xhaka and Martinelli, and obviously the resulting corner. We pressed Leicester. We forced the long balls. We forced them to go long, really. We forced Maddison to drop. Great. But I just feel with us to go to that next level, it feels like when we're doing well, we're winning, the fans, them are doing whatever. It's not that we take our foot off the gas. It's like we need to develop that killer instinct. And I feel towards the end of the first half, we was giving Leicester causes for encouragement. Second half, we came out and showed levels. But can we kill the teams further? Like, we've come a long way. Remember when we didn't used to shoot, then we'd shoot, nothing was on target. Now we're still not quite as clinical as we can be, but we're taking a lot of shots. Goals are resulting. We're reacting to resilience. We're showing resilience. Things are happening. I still think we're showing naivety as we showed in the last few games with the cheap goals we've conceded or switching off or some periods being better than others. And even when I look at that game, as good as Ramsdale was, there was a time he flapped the ball, Ben White saved him. Gabriel Martinelli's actually switched off for where Maddison should score. I said it on Twitch. There was an incident. And again, I am cherry picking because these fine margins are what you have to do to chase excellence. We've set ourselves high standards. 40-odd minute, close before half-time, Saka is just taking a throw-in. That's not his job. They've counter-attacked us. There was an incident where Gabriel Martinelli did well defensively. They're trying to be a bit too cute and a bit too clever rather than just putting your foot through it. They've conceded a corner. If spots are not facts, but these could have went left for us. So it's just about learning, man. Smack the like button if you haven't, man. There's enough of you to get our goal, people. Appreciative to everybody who's tuned in. And definitely to us Arsenal fans. Partey gives Odegaard the license to ball out. I think Odegaard gives his license. I think the whole team, Ramsdale's our first attack. Lacazette's our first defender. And it's finally being reflected in my humble opinion, really. I still think there's a lot more to come from Odegaard. I do think because of our lack of strike or because of I still think we're probably a bit, with Saka's emergence and purple patch, not really so much, but we are typically left-hand centric. I still don't think we've solved the puzzle in midfield, if I'm completely honest with you. So I do think these sort of things will stop us seeing the real Martin Odegaard or a lot of these players reaching. As I always say, I don't think certain men are going to get or this team is going to improve collectively or individually until we really sign, for me, at minimum, at least one number 8 and get some better options, respectively. Partey's great. Xhaka's doing his thing. If either gets injured or has a bad game or suspended, we're back to square one. And forgive me if I'm wrong, how many times have they actually played together this season? And obviously, that is a hot and cold partnership. Let's be real. Partey, I hope this continues. Xhaka, we know what it is with him. So I would like someone who is better than Xhaka. Ideally, you'd want 2 midfielders. You know, we need better options, respectively. You've got Xhaka, Partey, Lokonga learning the trade, El Nene, who is not going to be here, and I'm probably missing out one next guy. If I'm missing you out, you can't be certain, can you? Realistically, you know, really and truly. Who knows? Ainsley Maitland-Niles might do up bench duties. Boy, and I mean, fans were saying, "Oh, we got to play Maitland-Niles instead of Xhaka." But it's never gonna happen, bro. You can't do what Xhaka does. I like the fact that you're a great assessor of matches. Plus, you seem like a nice guy. Stop the onions, man. I told you. Look, good day, DG. Hey, shout out to you. Smash the like button. DG, do you like Osimhen or Jonathan David? Hey, can't you like both? You know, can't you like both? If you was talking someone to be my number 9 in the starting lineup, I would say Osimhen. If you're saying someone that could be part of the squad, I'd say Jonathan David. You know, my chest is high in it, but I would ideally, for me, you would like both. Osimhen's my guy. I believe in you could score goals. Jonathan, you could grow into that, but I just feel that someone that could be part of the squad, especially because by God's grace, if we are in Europe, then we're going to be like Leicester and City. And I say those examples at home because as great as it was against City, not great to lose, they were coming, they had fixture pile up and they were playing us, a galvanized side that really want to win. That's going to be us against, boy, well, you get the point. Leicester had injuries. They played on Thursday. These are facts. You know, I'm not taking anything away from us. Those facts. We had a week to prepare. So my point being, as you've seen already, playing once a week, we've had enough injuries. Things have been happening. So you need a squad. How's it going to feel when you've got to play on the Tuesday, Wednesday, then the Saturday and the Sunday? So you need a squad, and I do think we need 2 forwards or someone with the ability to offer at minimum what Lacazette could do if you can find someone else, man. Arteta's going to need to find a way to get Smith Rowe some more game time, probably, but we just need to win right now. You know, there's pressure for places. You know, watching the game again, I feel if anyone's going to lose their spots, I think it might have to be Martinelli. But watching the game again, he doesn't deserve to. Smith Rowe just got to wait his time. I do think Smith Rowe's injuries are probably going to cost him in the England call-up, in my opinion, coming up soon. But yeah, man, I hear you, but fans always do this. Tavares should play. We need to rotate so Pepe can come in. Smith Rowe this, Odegaard, and I hear you, but you can't have everything. You can't. I'm not saying you, Maitland-Niles as well. You can't have everything. You can't have people playing potentially for the sake of it, claim that we ask for consistency, and then cry we're lacking fluidity. You got to remember we're an elementary team. You know, we went back to school. You know, we went back to school in August. It was a reset. We are relearning everything. We're back where some of these guys have naturally, because of the stage they're at or the clubs they've come from or being here, they've picked up bad habits. So we're unlearning those bad habits consciously and subconsciously and promoting good habits. We're going back to school. This is why you, as good as we've been, you see these little brain farts. Ramsdale, as good as his save was, he palmed the one that could have went left. Gabriel's had a brain fart a couple of weeks ago. Ben White's susceptible to that, and so on and so forth.